Had a hard day at work, you can still cook a good meal. I'm going to show you how. Just follow along with me right now. We're looking at my oven here. We were looking at my oven. And I'm going to set it on 450. We'll put it on bake. So like about 2 weeks ago, I had a steak, potato, mushroom, and onion meal. And I figured, you know what? I really need to document this, which I didn't document the entire thing. I want to talk real quick about before you chop these vegetables up, make sure you have a nice cutting board like this one here. Washes in dishwasher, dishwasher safe. And I got this knife actually in the vegetables section. It's got a protective cover on it. But anyways, that's what I cut up all the vegetables with. What I did was I ended up cutting up some red potatoes and some onions, some garlic and some Worcestershire sauce. And that's what is in this bag here. Let's go over the ingredients here real quick. You got your basic A1 steak sauce, and you got your Lea & Perrins Worcestershire sauce. And you got some basic generic minced garlic, and you got your steak and chop seasoning by Weber. It appears generic seasoning. You can read the back for ingredients. Steak, you're just going to be putting the Lea & Perrins Worcestershire sauce, the garlic, and the steak and chop seasoning. In your potatoes, you're going to have the garlic, the Worcestershire sauce, the onions, and you're going to just kind of mix it up. Mushrooms, the garlic, and the onions with the Worcestershire sauce and some A1. Now, I'm going to show you how to cook these. Remember, we turned that oven on 450. So the next thing you want to keep in mind is you got to have something to cook it in, and you don't want to do a lot of cleaning up because you're, cooking for yourself. So pick up these little 8-inch by 8-inch aluminum pans. They work well. Sometimes they stay clean. You can reuse them. Probably not this time, but let's go ahead and get the potatoes started and the mushroom and onions going in the oven. Now, usually these mushroom and onions, I will actually cook these on the stove right before the steak. But the last time when I had this, I found that it was probably a better idea to put them in the oven in a side-by-side fashion. So we're going to do that tonight and see how that comes out. Now what I've done here is kind of an interesting thing. It's an experimental thing. I've taken a piece of aluminum foil and I've kind of divided off the mushroom and onions, like over on this side over here, and covered them because I think they're going to start to sizzle a little bit. The potatoes and garlic and onions I'm not really worried too much about. I may just throw a piece of foil over the top. The biggest thing I found out about cooking in an electric stove versus the gas stove is that you tend to get a lot of splashback up off of the food, and then it causes it to smoke. And I've got a really sensitive smoke alarm, and I've set mine off many times. Now, the thing I failed to mention when I first started this all, and I was trying to dig the individual packets out of the plastic bag, well, I dug those out of my freezer because 2 weeks ago when I had this, I thought ahead and I was like, you know what, I like this meal. I'm going to, make a big batch of it and throw it in the freezer. So just want to get that out there that this came out of the freezer. Mushrooms and onions, the potatoes and onions and garlic have all gone into the oven. So it's now 7:20, an hour and 1 minute has elapsed since we put those potatoes in the oven. They should be done. I just pulled everything out of the oven. You see everything's done. The mushrooms and onions kind of cooked down a little bit. They were kind of juicy anyways, and they've been soaked. So why I'd love to barbecue this, it's kind of like weird legality stuff here in California. Can't have a grill, apartment complex. And so that's really it. You can add corn to this dish. I was thinking about doing some corn, but I went ahead and just got a salad over here, a green salad. Been in salads a lot lately. So there's your potatoes right here, your mushrooms and onions across the top of the steak. It doesn't take me very long to cook my steaks. I like them rare. A glass of iced tea. That's it. Meal's done. Watch the video. If you have any comments, questions, want to know the exact process flow of how to go from A to B to cooking everything just correctly. If you really have any questions, just email me and I will get you the answers as soon as I can. Happy 4th of July. What in the heck is he going to nuclear assault at 450 degrees? Let's do that again. What is he going to put in that oven at 450 degrees? Well, I'm about to show you. Put all those ingredients that we've already gone over, the potatoes and the... I ended up freezing half of this into the freezer so I could have it today, July 4th. Hey, happy holidays to everybody, July 4th. All right. Anyways, happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July.